Hey there. Looks like we got a couple people joining here. I'll give it another minute and then we'll get started. As you guys start to get ready, go ahead and make sure you have a mat and then just a little bit of space, but that's all you should need today. All right, we'll get started here. So as you guys get ready, go ahead and grab your mat. Just start to lay out onto your back and get comfortable. Maybe lay with both of your legs extended, your hands by your sides. And just really start to settle in here. Start to take notice of your breathing. Feel your deep breaths in through your nose. Maybe exhale through your nose or your mouth. And start to feel your stomach rise and fall. Each inhale and exhale. Just really start to settle in here. Start to let your muscles relax a little bit. Maybe feel your feet get a little bit heavier. Your shoulders relax. Soften through the face. And just really let go of the day, of the week, of the world. Just be right here on your mat. And as you settle in, maybe just take this time to set an intention for your practice today. And that can be whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's just slowing down as the months and weeks go by so fast. And just taking notice of the little things, especially as the days start to change a little more into fall. Just really slow down and take it all in. Whatever your intention might be, take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth and let that intention fill your space. Do that one more time. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all out. And on your next inhale, start to reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice, big, long, full body stretch. And then on an exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe start to roll side to side a few times. Massage out your low back. And then keep your knees bent and let your hands come out to the sides. You can bend your elbows or let them go out straight. And let your knees slowly start to fall down to the right side, keeping your knees bent. Maybe they hang heavy, or maybe they reach all the way to the ground. Adjust however you need to. Maybe relax the shoulders out of the ears. You can let your head drop down to the left. Maybe your right hand comes up across the legs to add a little more stretch. Start to relax your toes and your ankles. Let that left shoulder relax to the ground. And again, just start to soften into the twist. Inhale, fill your lungs. And then as you exhale, deepen into your twist and let it go a little more. Continue to breathe and release. Feel the twist, your hips, your legs. Just really focus on what you're feeling in this stretch, in this position. On your next inhale, slowly start to bring your legs back up to center. And then we'll switch sides. Start to let them drop down into the left. Maybe they hang, maybe they reach the ground. Wherever you're at, just start to settle in again. Relax your shoulders, soften your toes and ankles. Maybe let your head drop to the right. Feel that length through your rib cage into the twist and all the way through the hips and thighs. Feel your breath move through your body, through the stretch. And really release in here. On your next inhale, slowly start to bring your knees back up to center. Go ahead and hug around your shins or behind your thighs and start to roll forward and back a few times. Massage out along your spine. Eventually, start to work your way up to seated. Come to cross-legged or just whatever is comfortable. If you have a blanket or something, you can take a seat up on top of that as well. Let your hands just relax on your thighs and let your eyes flick shut. Start to relax the shoulders. Feel the shoulders stack over the hips. Let everything just get a little bit heavier. From here, start to let your left ear drop down to your left shoulder. Feel some length through the right side of the neck. Maybe bring your hand up and add just a little bit of pressure here, nothing too intense. Just start to feel maybe a little more stretch through the neck. You can stay right here if that feels good, or maybe let your right arm extend out. Reach out through your fingertips. Maybe feel a little more length. If you have your hand extended, and feel your fingertips extend, and feel that stretch move from your fingers up through your forearm, your shoulder, neck, and then up and out the crown of the head. Take a breath in here. And then as you exhale, slowly let your chin roll down to your chest, and then up to the right side, switching sides here. If you want, you can bring that hand up to the side of the head, maybe extend out through your fingertips. Again, feel that length through the neck, through the shoulder. Maybe extend your fingertips out a little bit longer. Feel the length and soften it. Again, as we move through class today, just take whatever little adjustments you need to, even just moving your hand forward and back can really change your stretch. So just kind of play around with it. Do whatever feels right to you in this moment. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, start to release and let your chin roll down to your chest. This time, just let your head hang heavy. You can interlock your fingers if you want and put the hands on the base of your skull. Maybe your elbows just hang heavy here. Feel that length through the back of the neck, maybe your upper back and shoulders. And again, continue to breathe. With each exhale, feel yourself release and relax just a little bit more. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly release your hands and start to bring your head up to center. And then let your head start to fall backwards. Maybe bring a hand or two to the bony part of your chin. And start to feel some length through the front of your neck. Keep your shoulders relaxed out of your ears. Breathe through. Keep your head tilted back, but release your hands. And then let your left ear start to roll down to your left shoulder. Chin to the chest. Right ear up to right shoulder. And then take another big circle in that direction. Slowly rotating. As you make your way all the way back around, switch. Let the right ear roll to the right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear, and then another big circle in that direction. As you make your way back around, start to let your eyes open, interlock your fingers, and start to press your hands forward. As you inhale, come into a little arch with the back, into kind of a seated cow. And then as you exhale, bring your hands forward and round towards a cat. Do a few breaths here. Inhaling, lift tall, putting a little arch in the back. And then as you exhale, round forward. Move with your breath. And just exaggerate those movements as much as comfortable. Maybe put a little round or big round in your back. Maybe really move through the shoulders. Whatever feels right. Take one more inhale and exhale. And let your fingers unlock and bring your right hand behind your back and your left hand to the outside of your knee or your thigh. Inhale to sit really tall. And then as you exhale, rotate over your right shoulder. Start to rotate the shoulders back. Continue to sit tall. Think of having maybe a pole or a string pulling your head up to really get that length through your spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist. Take another deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, leave your left hand where it is and bring your right hand across over top so your arms are crossed here. You can stay here. You can bring your hands to your shoulders. You can kind of eagle arms up here. Maybe bring the backs of your hands together, or you can come all the way to palms touching. Pull your shoulders down your back. Lift the elbows a little bit and breathe here. Pull your shoulders down your back. Lift through the chest. You can stay right here. Maybe as you inhale, you let the elbows lift up a little higher. And then as you exhale, pull the elbows in towards the stomach. Breathe. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And just move through a couple breaths here. And as you finish that breath, start to unwind the arms and start to bring your left hand behind your back. your right hand to the outside of your knee or your shin or your thigh. Inhale to sit tall. And then as you exhale, twist to the left. Again, really keeping that length through your spine, twisting over the left shoulder as you exhale. And just continue to breathe through. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, keep your right hand where it is. Bring your left hand over top. Again, you can stay right here if this feels good. Under the shoulders, or maybe you find your eagle arms back above the hands or palms together. Pull the shoulders down, lift the elbows. Just find that space here, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then if you'd like, inhale to lift the elbows. And as you exhale, round, pull them in towards the stomach and move with your breath. Continue to pull the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath in and out here. And as you finish, start to unwind the hands, and we'll work our way into a tabletop. So bring your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders, and maybe just start to sway the hips side to side, shift forward and back. Just start to bring a little movement into your body, into your joints. Play around with it. Notice any areas of tension or tightness as you start to move. And as we move through our next few poses, just kind of be mindful of those areas and take whatever adjustments you need to. And then whenever you're ready, stack those wrists back under the shoulders, knees under your hips. And as you inhale, come to cow, arch back, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to cat, round, tuck the tailbone under, press your hands down into the mat. Take a few rounds of breath here through cat and cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really exaggerate that movement through the spine. Let the tailbone start each movement and feel each vertebrae slowly follow. Take one more inhale and exhale here. And then come back to a neutral tabletop. From here, start to extend your right leg straight back into a calf stretch. Plant the ball of your foot down and start to press back through your heel. Find some length through your calf. And try to keep yourself lifted. Try not to relax into your shoulders. Keep everything tall and your core engaged, even as you stretch through that right calf. Take a breath in and start to relax. Keep your right leg extended and maybe cross it back over your left foot towards that corner of your mat. And then bring your left shoulder towards your left hip. Find some length through your outer hip and that right side of your body. Really kind of press your hips into the right side. Continue to breathe and focus on the stretch, focus on the length. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly start to relax. Return your right knee to the ground. And we'll switch sides. Left foot straight back. Plant the ball of your foot and then drive your heel towards the back of the room. Again, keep yourself lifted. Try not to sink into your hands into the mat. Find that length through your left calf, maybe into your left hamstring a little bit. Breathe into it, and as you exhale, feel that stretch deepen maybe just a little bit more. As you relax, keep your left leg extended. This time maybe cross it over your right foot towards the corner of your mat. Bring your right shoulder towards your right hip. You can feel that length through the left side body. Continue to breathe. Focus on the length, focus on the stretch. Again, if you don't quite feel it, maybe move your foot a little further, maybe a little further back, a little further forward. Just kind of play around with it until you find a stretch that feels right. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to release and come back to your tabletop. Bring your big toes together and your knees just as wide as comfortable, and we'll sit back into a child's pose. So bring your hips towards your heels. Maybe extend your hands forward and bring your forehead to the ground. Start to relax the shoulders out of your ears and breathe through. Feel your hips relax towards your heels and really try to relax through your lower back. Continue to take your deep breaths in and out. Feel yourself sink into the mat. And try to let go. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe wiggle your toes and your ankles a little bit to let them release. When staying in your child's pose, slowly start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Maybe cross your left hand over your right hand. And then start to soften in again. Feel that length from your left hip all the way out through your left fingertips. Try to breathe into that left side body, that left lung. And then as you exhale, release and settle in. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back through center, and then this time over to the left. Maybe cross your right hand over your left hand, and then settle in again, finding that length from your right hip, pressing back and down all the way up through to the fingertips. Feel your breath move through your body, move through the stretch. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back to center. Take another breath or two in your child's pose. Maybe let your hips sink a little further down than they were before. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift back up to your tabletop. Stack your knees back under your hips. As you inhale, maybe start to shift your shoulders forward towards your fingertips. And then as you exhale, shift your hips back towards that child's pose again. Move with your breath here, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Start to bring a little bit of movement into that pose we just did, into that child's pose. Forward and back. Feel your wrists start to warm up. You can keep your fingers pointed forward or maybe turn them sideways and keep moving through forward and back. If you want a little more of a wrist stretch, you can turn your fingertips all the way around, coming forward and then maybe not quite as far back. just until you feel a little bit of that stretch. And then when you're ready, turn your fingertips back around, maybe roll out the wrists a few times in each direction. And then from here, start to bring your right foot nice and wide to the outside edge of your mat. Stack your knee right over your ankle. You can stay right here, or you can shift your left leg back a little bit to deepen in. Maybe uncurl your toes. You can stay on your hands. You could work your way to an elbow or to 2 elbows. You have a blanket or a pillow or something, you can kind of put your elbows on top of those as well. Whatever feels right. Again, take those little adjustments however you need to. Shift your right leg, your left leg, push your foot and your toes all the way down into your mat. And then as you find that just right position, maybe let your head shake yes and no a few times, and just start to settle in. Feel that left hip, and on the back of your right leg, you start to stretch a little bit more. Inhale, and as you exhale, feel your hips release and settle in just a little bit deeper. Take a breath in. If you're not on your hands already, work your way back to your hands. Keep your right leg in front and start to send your hips back. Maybe heel toe your foot to the center of your mat and find some length through your right leg, your right hamstring into a half splits. Hips pressing back. Think of extending through the crown of your head and finding length through your spine. Pull your toes back towards your face. You need to, you can hold on to a wall, or if you have a pillow or something, you can hold on to that too if you need a little extra support. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to release forward a little bit. You can work that right leg around, back into your tabletop. Sway the hips side to side, release that stretch a bit. And then when you're ready, we'll switch to the other side. So we'll bring that left foot nice and wide to the edge of your mat. Again, stack that ankle under the knee. Adjust your right leg however you need to. Hands, forearms. You can find a prop. You can use that too. And just take your time to adjust. Maybe notice the differences on this side versus how the first side felt. And as you find whatever is comfortable, start to relax the head, relax the shoulders. Feel your hips settle in just a little bit more. Take a big breath in. If you're not on your hands, start to work your way back to your hands. Keep your left leg forward and start to send your hips back into a half splits. Maybe bring that foot to the center. Send the left hip back behind you. Inhale and extend through the crown of your head. Feel that length through your left hamstring. Pull your toes in towards your face. Breathe and stretch. Take a big breath in here. Then as you exhale, start to bring your foot around. Come back to tabletop. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, just come down to a comfortable seat. Maybe cross the legs. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. And then when you're ready, let your eyes blink shut. Hands can stay on your knees, or maybe bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. Maybe remember the intention you set for your practice and find a way to bring it into the rest of your day, into your life. Just slowing down, noticing how your body feels as you sit at your makeshift desk or as you go on walks. Whatever you're doing, just take time to notice the small things within yourself and around you. On your next inhale, bring your hands up to the space between your eyebrows. The light and teacher in me sees and honors the light and teacher in each and every one of you who joined us today. And as you exhale, bow forward, namaste. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.